What's up, y'all? Welcome to Liberate Your Money, episode 58. Happy Crystalvale launch day. Look at this beautiful place. So, as you guys know, today is March 30th. It is the Crystalvale launch day. And we got a first look at the new map. All the new places that you can go to. There's nothing really different about it besides the graphics as far as like what you can do here compared to what's the other one called? Serendale, I think. The other map on Harmony Network. You still got the marketplace, you still got the gardens. Instead of the castle, you have this thing here called the cradle. Kind of like a mysterious place. It's just kind of got a lot of hints, a lot of things you can click on. There was this cool little cinematic video when you first enter this place. Ooh, like he's guarding the crystal. So yeah, it's the new map. Looks really good. Last video I told you guys that I was going to be bridging all of my stuff from Harmony to DFK chain, and while I have done that, it has been quite the process. Harmony and DFK chain have been pretty congested. First off, the launch happened at, what was it, 10 a.m. today, and a bunch of people tried to bridge their jewel over, and basically right away they realized there was an RPC issue. RPC meaning like the address, the DFK chain address, was something was messed up with it, so that when you bridged it, like it wasn't showing the right tokens. They noticed it right away, let everyone know that there was a problem, and they're fixing it. Well, that halted the whole bridging process, so they had to fix that, and then while everyone was trying to bridge, it basically backed up all these transactions. So it's been a rocky start, but they kind of knew this was going to happen. I mean, that's why they had this 8-hour period from when they were opening Crystalvale at 10 a.m. today to when they were going to start the emissions, which was supposed to be at 7 p.m. today, Central Standard Time. But they had to push it back. They're pushing the emissions starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow instead of 7 p.m. tonight. Or actually, it'll be 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Just so that the bridge can work through these transactions, so Synapse Bridge can get caught up. And that's going to give it more time to catch up through these transactions, and then everyone's going to be able to deploy into the gardens so that they can receive those rewards from that first epoch that is rewarding the highest amount of crystal. So right now, I kind of, I wanted to go over a couple things that I ran into. This is what the bridge looks like when you first come into it. It'll be on Harmony and Jewel, and the chain that it defaults that you're bridging to is Avalanche C chain. So when I first came in here, I was like, all right, I got my Jewel. I put the amount of Jewel I wanted to bridge over. And since DFK chain is on Avalanche, I kind of really didn't even think about, if this was the right chain to bridge to. So I bridged all my Jewel to Avalanche C chain, and then like my stuff wasn't showing up in the DFK chain. I was like, what the heck, I was doing some research, yada yada. Well, I ran across somebody said, well, you might have bridged it to the Avalanche C chain, and I'm like, well, yeah, of course I did, because that's where DFK chain is at. It's on Avalanche. Well, there's a different drop down for DeFi Kingdoms DFK chain. So it was an easy fix. All I had to do was go to Avalanche C chain, and then it'll ask you to switch over. And I switched over, and then I just bridged it to DFK chain. So it wasn't like a big deal that it happened. It just meant that I had to spend a little more money on Jewel to cover the gas to to do that second bridge. But it worked. I got my jewel in my DFK chain wallet, and now I'm waiting for my X jewel to show up, because I did bridge over my X jewel from Harmony Network, and it hasn't showed up yet. It's been probably an hour since I did it. But the guys have this stream going on right now. They've been reassuring us that, you know, it's gonna go through. Your funds aren't lost. Like, this is just the bridging Synapse protocol, catching up, going through all of these transactions that are backlogged, essentially. I mean, if you look at the Explorer, you can just see it's just chugging away at these transactions, trying to work through them. So yeah, we've got a little bit more time before the emissions start. I'm just going to be waiting for my X Jewel to hit my wallet so that I can go to, so let's just say that I had my X Jewel, right? What would I do to go provide liquidity so I can start earning crystal? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gardens, or actually I'm not going to go to the gardens. I'm going to go to the marketplace. You have to see the druid first. This is an important step before you can deploy capital into the gardens. You have to go to the druid and you have to buy your seeds. So with your seeds down here, I would do jewel and then your X jewel. My X jewel hasn't showed up yet, so it's showing a balance of 0. But I'm gonna have to have 182 that will balance with how much jewel I have up here. And then once I do that, I'll click this button down here and it will give me seeds, and these seeds will show up in my MetaMask wallet. And then once I have these seeds, I go to the gardens. Then I can go to the seed box. And then once you go to the seed box, there will be the jewel X jewel pool. And then that's where you deploy your seeds. And then you're ready to go to start earning the emissions in crystal. So that's basically all you can do right now. I mean, besides just kind of roaming around, checking out the map, clicking on some random stuff. There are some random things I noticed, Easter eggs all over the place. A lot of the bushes you can click on, and there's rabbits that'll poke out of them. Lots of new characters on the map. Oops. They call this the cradle. I don't, is that a snake? It's like a big ass snake. So really, that's it. I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, my experience with the bridge and this whole process. It's been a clunky one, but honestly, you have a ton of people trying to bridge at the exact same time. Like, we knew there was going to be congestion. That's why they had this lengthy 8-hour window to where we could work through these transactions. Turns out that because of the hiccups at the beginning, they've had to double that length from 8 hours to, you know, until 10 a.m. tomorrow. So they're extending that period. And then also, since they're pushing back the emissions, it's not going to push back the epoch dates and when they roll over. So how they're going to make up for that lost time from when the emissions were supposed to start tonight, they are going to do a snapshot at 10 a.m. tomorrow of everyone that has their X jewel and their jewel staked, and then they will give you the crystal that they owe you from that time, from 8 tonight, or that amount of crystal that you would have earned in emissions from tonight until tomorrow morning. So you're going to get that airdropped as long as you have your assets staked before 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that's the goal. You can still get the emissions, all the emissions that you would have gotten tonight, as long as you get your jewel and X jewel staked in the gardens before 10 a.m. tomorrow, and you'll get airdropped the crystal that you're owed for that lost time. So there's some tidbits I wanted you guys to know about. What else is there? Make sure you got the right RPC. One thing I did find, if you go to the DFK chain subnet, it actually gives you the prompt to add the DFK chain to your wallet. That's what I did, just so I didn't have to type anything in. I basically just clicked on that and it added it for me. So I knew that I had it right. I didn't have to worry about maybe typing something in wrong. But even then, like if you do what I did and you accidentally bridged it to like the AVAX C chain, or you accidentally bridged it to the wrong spot, like try not to worry too much, especially if a transaction hasn't gone through or like it hasn't appeared on the other end yet. Like mine, I'm waiting for my X Jewel. Like my Jewel's gone in Harmony, so it definitely moved, but it's just stuck right now. It hasn't transferred over to the DFK chain. And it took a while for my Jewel to come over. It took like a couple hours, 3 hours maybe. So I'm expecting kind of the same thing with my X Jewel. Not really freaking out about it. Everybody's going through the same thing. Everybody's just waiting, trying to get in. But yeah, that's basically it, man. I'm excited. I was waiting for my stuff to bridge, and look what happened. I did my fishing quest and finally got a pet egg. Let's go. On a clogged Harmony network, it was really tough to get these quests to go through. It took longer than normal, and it freaking paid off because I got this egg. These things, I was calculating how much these cost. The golden egg, you can buy the golden egg in the marketplace for 50,000 50,000 gold. And I was trying to calculate like how much Jewel it would take to get to 50,000 gold. And I think I calculated it's like $500 worth of Jewel at least. So like these eggs aren't cheap. Like that's a win right there. That's a big come up. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna incubate it. As you guys know, part of the new Crystalvale is gonna be pet incubations. You're gonna be able to put your eggs in these pet incubation chambers or whatever they are, and your pet will hatch, and you'll get to find out what pet you hatch. And there's gonna be different pets with different rarities. So hopefully I get something nice or something cool. I'm not sure if it matters, like if you got your egg from a fisherman or if you got it from a miner, or from, you know, if it's like profession specific. We'll just have to wait and see, but I'm super stoked that I got my first egg. So yeah, it's been a great day, guys. We're still doing the bridge. If you guys are still bridging, hang tight. Remember what I said about the bridging and making sure that you have the right chain selected, DeFi Kingdoms. Make sure you're not on Avalanche C chain. If you accidentally do send to Avalanche C chain, don't worry. Just go back up here, click Avalanche C chain, switch over to the network, and then you're going to want to bridge it to the DeFi Kingdoms network from the C chain network. So just some tips and some updates on what's going on, guys. That's really all I got. We're gonna make this short and sweet. Let me know your guys' experience with Crystalvale so far. Are you guys excited? What's your guys' strategy? Markets are kind of running into some resistance here. Honestly, Bitcoin is still hovering above that yearly open, so I think that's money. I wouldn't be surprised if we come down and test that 46.2K. But if we're as strong as I think we are, and as strong as we look, I think this is probably going to bounce back up, and we're going to make our way towards that 58K. At least 51K. You know, this level right here needs to be taken out for sure. So yeah, that's really all I got, guys. Soul popped some more today. Struggling with this last resistance here, but once it does, we'll get up into them 130s. AVAX looks ready to go for all-time highs. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You know, what other support or resistance level is there besides this major one right here? You know, you come up here, you got this level at 127, but other than that, I mean, it's all-time highs, man. So I actually bought some more AVAX recently. Plus, because of the Crystalvale and Jewel being built on AVAX, I felt like I had to put more money in AVAX, put more money where my mouth is. And then also, I know they're going to have AVAX pairs in the gardens, so I'll probably use that AVAX that I don't plan on selling for a little while and using it to stake in the gardens and earning more crystal that way. So yeah, that's all I got, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe, bridge responsibly, remember the tips I showed you in this video, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.
There's gotta be a better way to maintain. It's the price of fame. Life is like a dice game. To maintain is the price of fame. Life is like a dice game.